What is up, Retro Maniacs? My name's Mike. His name's Joe. His name's EP. We're here to talk about cards. This week, giving the microphone over to Joe Day. What are we talking about, Joe?
All right, boys. A couple of weeks ago, I gave you some nightmare scenarios. It was a fun time. You got to kind of think outside the box a little bit. EP more than I thought he would. It was kind of weird. This week, we're going to do something I'm calling the hobby hot seat. I'm going to give you actual things that you need to actual questions you need to answer.
Wow.
And they're going to like poke at your hobbydom. You're going to have to really think a little bit about, how you are as a collector a little bit. So hopefully it should be fun. As always, we encourage the viewers answer below EP.
Audience participation.
Audience
We
participation.
encourage it, yes.
Answer below how you would answer these 5 questions. I did not give these questions to you in advance because, again, it's like a Rorschach test. I really want to see how you guys answer these just right off the top of your head. All right. We're going to start off with a nice softball.
Who's going
on
first?
the hobby hot seat? We're going to have EP go first because
Okay,
I think
good.
this answer is actually pretty easy. All of these questions, too, by the way, I want you guys to answer since you've gotten back into the hobby. Okay. So 2019, 2020 area.
Yep.
So question number 1, softball on the hot seat. Tell us your biggest W. What is your biggest win in the hobby? It could be something you sent off to be graded. It came back higher than you thought. Could be something you pulled out of a pack. Could be something you found. Anything. Your biggest W. And I am talking financial. If that's what you're going to ask, EP, I'm going to ask you. At the end of the day, what was that biggest dub? As the kids call it.
I think I know the answer, but can it be this podcast and going to the national with you guys? Because I mean, that would be the biggest dub by far.
Obviously, way to suck up.
That's too obvious, right? Too obvious.
But I'm talking card. Yeah. I'm talking card wise, like an actual card. Your biggest W.
I mean, the Andrew. You know what? Getting the Michael Jordan graded. That
That's
when PSA ended up being a PSA 10. I never expected to have any PSA 10s in my collection. Turns into a $10,000, leads to Series 1, leads to some big league, leads to the 3 boxes of Bowman, in which I pulled the Andrew Jones card, which was the second biggest pull card I've ever pulled, which then led to a case of Series 2. So, like, that is allowing me to...
It's the thing that led to the thing.
Right.
That's a good answer. I didn't even think of that one. That's a really, really good answer. I like that. Mikey, how about you?
Okay, well, I went through all my stuff, and I had a 2001 Topps Chrome Tom Brady. I sent that in, got an upcharge from PSA, and I sold that card for $3,500.
Right.
That was a big enough win in itself. That card is worth nowhere near $3,500 right now. So that's kind of a double win. I got the 10, I sold it at the peak, and now it's like $1,200, not even half of
it's
what
still a ridiculous amount of money, but it's not anywhere what you were getting.
That's definitely my biggest win.
I totally forgot that was his first Topps Chrome card. So that's that's a really good one. I'm gonna cheat since I'm the host. Finding these and having them graded, these 3 Silver Surfer comic books.
They're not cards.
They're not cards. That's why I said I'm cheating. These 3 Silver Surfer comic books went off, got them graded, and they are, I mean, it's like $4,000 worth of graded comic books that literally all we're into them is the grading fee. So yeah, that's gotta be my biggest hobby win. All right. What people are more interested in though, and we're gonna start with you, Mike, because I think I know your answer for this one. What is your biggest hobby L? Misery loves company. Let's make our viewers feel good about the L's that they've gotten. Because if you look at social media, all you see are the dubs, right? Let's make some people feel better and talk about the L's. Mike, tell us.
All you have to do is go back through our old videos and you'll see it. Like, I can't hide it. I didn't pull the video. I didn't delete it. WWE Prism. Yeah.
I bought just one box of that though, right?
No, I bought 2 of them. Yeah. I think I bought 2 for like $900 a box. And yeah, I mean, once they dropped to like 400, I was like, what the hell? I might as well open them. And I got absolute crap out of them, as I got crap out of any retail I bought. There's also a video of me opening like the jumbo packs too. I had like 15 of them that I got absolute crap for, which is one of our higher viewed videos too. It's
That's
like a couple
crazy.
thousand views. Yeah. So yeah, WWE 2022 Prism, by far my biggest L ever in my history of being in cards.
And I remember when you first got those, the debate was to hold them sealed or rip them. Turns out the answer was neither of
Neither.
those things.
Yeah.
Like it was bad news all around.
The answer was don't order them to begin with.
Yeah, that was
You guys
that time
gave me
machine
some
we're still working on.
bad help on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have stopped you from doing that. All right, EP, give the viewers some love. Tell us what your big L was since you've got.
And I can't say this channel and going to the national with you guys, right? Like, that's off the table, right?
Off the table. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. No, I mean,
I know we're not award winning, so yeah.
it's between two for me. I mean, the obvious one we've talked about it a couple times. I mean that the box of Bowman Inception University. Like I knew it was going to be bad. I burnt. I might as well just take $175, lit it on fire, and threw it in the trash can and watched it burn. Like I knew what I was going to get, and I shouldn't have. But probably a bigger one was when me and Mike were going on had a little bit of retail favor. We were just ordering retail.
Oh yeah,
I think I got 10 boxes of Sage Hit from 2021. I opened 5. Well, no, they were retail boxes, of course. So they were blasters. So it wasn't like it was like like $60. They're only 20 $30 each. No WWE Prism. So like financially, it wasn't super bad, but man, that's a product you shouldn't buy 10 blaster boxes of. Like not at all.
I got the Leaf too.
I got two Leafs.
I think I got 10 Leaf and 10 Sage.
I did buy a
which
box.
Still is only 2/3 of what I paid for one box.
Right.
Oh yeah.
This crazy retail times, man. Just it's available. It's on there now. I'm going to order 10 boxes of it because I can. They only allow me to order 10. I can only order 10. I'm ordering 10.
But that's the thing, right? They reel you in by saying you can only get X amount, and then you're like, well, I got to. Then I have to. Like, as a side question, did you have your wife order someone her account at one point? I feel like someone.
I had ways to game it. 3 different accounts. Yeah.
He can send multiple addresses. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
One to my house, one to my daycare, and one to my mom's house.
There you go. Check.
No problem.
My biggest L is probably financially closer to Mike's. I bought a Drew Brees Bowman Chrome rookie card in a BGS 9. I overpaid for it at the time. It was at the peak, and I looked at it. Looked really nice. Cracked it. Still looked really nice. Sent it off thinking I could get a PSA 10 to then make some money on it. Came back a PSA 8. And that thing, since he's been retired, has plummeted. Like to the point where I almost want to put it behind me just to remind me, don't ever do that again. Why are you buying high? That is the worst thing. And I will say it was a 4-figure card when I bought it. So
also video on the channel you can watch.
There is video. Yes, there is video evidence.
Video evidence, yes.
We don't hide our L's. Yeah. Anyway.
Some people do.
All right. This one's one I've asked you guys kind of sort of in our live streams to come up with one, but today I'm gonna make it a little easier on you. I want you to come up with 3 cards. Something happened in your life, whether you have to move on from the hobby for some reason, maybe it's financial, maybe there's just you need to take some time away, and you're going to keep 3 PC cards. You're going to get rid of everything else. You're still going to do this podcast because obviously this is too much fun not to, but you're going to keep 3 PC cards, and that's it. Everything's gone. You're done with the hobby, but you're going to keep those 3 as a reminder of how great the hobby was. Gotta give me 3. You could give me less than 3, actually. That would be a little bit, ballsier, but I'll give you 3 that you can keep. EP, you think you'd be able to go first?
And we can't game the system by saying, "Oh, I'll keep this Nolan Ryan card that is worth $1,000, so I can go buy the other ones," right? So you're like, I'm not gonna.
No, you can't do that.
89 upper deck Griffey, 100%. That's number 1 on the list with not even a doubt. I'd have to keep probably my 1980 Topps Reggie Jackson card. It's my favorite Reggie Jackson card. I have a card with a game used bat in it that I really like as well. But if I'm only able to keep 3, it's got to be those 2. And then the third one,
The
I
paint.
think well, no, I mean, like I've actually acquired one of my new, not one of my new cards, but one of my Kobe Bryant PSA 9s, the NBA Hoops Kobe Bryant PSA 9 that I kept just as a reminder of, again, this is kind of like a nostalgia thing, like this channel and what we did, and getting those back and having the like, oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be a 7, ends up being a 9. I look at the other 10 Kobe, like just that's my card.
That's
I
the
think,
podcast we tricked Mike on.
right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty great.
So I think of the PSA 9 Kobe would be it. I thought I got that 87 Fleer Barry Bonds in the cello pack on the front of the cello pack. I have to give that,
But that'd be multiple cards, so we're gonna say no. We won't even make it eligible, so you won't have to think. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much.
You're
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, Mikey, you're up.
No,
He's just using that as an excuse to show off that case, which is
yes, I am. Thank you for the setup there. No, for me, I'm keeping my Wayne Gretzky rookie card. I'm keeping my Mike Schmidt rookie card because they're both cards I had since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And my third one, I'm probably going to keep the action-packed gold Undertaker PSA 9. I think there are 2 or 3 of them now, but still, like, it's a hard card to get in a 9. Pulled that, didn't even know I pulled it, self-graded it. So yeah, think that the third one's tough because I have a lot of Paul Heyman cards I really like too. Mm-hmm. But including those 3 I just showed you, they're in one holder. That counts as one.
I was going to make a joke that originally the game was going to be 2 cards, but I was just setting you up to show off that awesome Paul
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, the Undertaker action pack gold. I love the action pack cards.
Yep. Yeah, they're really cool cards. For me, it would have to be the Pacific Aurora Tom Brady rookie that I found. It was the only Brady that I had 3 of them. It's the only Brady I owned. I sent it to PSA. I got 2 9s and an 8. I kept one of the 9s and sold the other 2. I would probably keep this Kenny Pickett, Dan Marino Duauto. I'll always be a Pitt alum. They're not going to take my diploma away, I don't think, anytime soon.
And watch the podcast.
Yeah, that's true. I'm giving them a bad name. So it's probably that card. And then the Spider-Man Venom 3D from Marvel Series 4 is probably the 4th one I keep, because that's a childhood card. I've had that since 1994 or whatever. So yeah, that would be mine. All right. This might be the hardest question, considering we just spent so much time. Yeah. We just spent so much time crapping on them on the podcast. If you guys watched it, say something nice about Panini. I set you up for the props again.
I mean, they do make some really nice looking cards. I love Select. I like it in football. I like it in wrestling. Yeah, they have a lot of flaws, but they still come out with some really cool cards. Like, all joking aside, as dumb as these may be, I think they're cool. Like, I like the zebra and the elephant, and I think that's pretty cool. All different, like the tie-dyed cards out of the Select, I think are the most beautiful looking card produced out of any card right now. So I think they do make some beautiful cards. They have some fun stuff to collect for, somebody, especially like me, for wrestling. Like, you didn't have all this stuff that you could chase after before. And it's kind of nice. Like, it would be overwhelming if I collected, Roman Reigns or somebody like that. But I do like some of the stuff they put out, and I love Select.
Did they originate the idea of the rainbow? Was that
no? That had to be.
Was that
Topps Chrome?
They did Topps Chrome.
No, actually, Donruss Crusade had
really?
the Crusade inserts, and they had different colors with different number serial numbers on the different colors. I believe
Because-
97. I want to say
Which-
was the first, like,
which
true
ironically-
That's cool.
multicolor. I think
Which
so.
ironically is owned by Panini right now.
Now-
What is?
now,
Yeah, pretty much everything.
But they really
everything
have
but Topps.
expanded, pushing people towards that rainbow mentality, which just
Oh, yeah.
expanding.
I mean, it's
yeah.
smart. You can
It's
sell
smart.
a lot of the same cards out of the same product. So yeah, very smart.
All right, EP, say something nice about Panini.
The grocery store giant in Dan, we used to make great panini sandwiches. They were amazing. I used to get them pretty regularly. They were
I used
delicious.
to like them as sheets too. They were pretty good.
But
No, I mean, Chronicles is an awesome product. I love Topps Archives. What the Topps does it for their product as well. But I love Chronicles. I'm not the draft picks, but I know that Joe is a big fan
I
of
do.
that. But
I enjoy
the
those, yeah.
Chronicles,
Mhm.
like I love the different designs. Like you get to see a bunch of different designs of cards. A lot of it is like a lot of them are throwbacks to stuff
Mhm.
from when we collected and stuff like that. So I like Chronicles is a really fun product, and it's not worth a ton of money, but that's my kind of product. So
Kind of a ripoff of Topps Fusion. Remember back in the day?
oh yeah,
they had
Topps
like
Fusion.
all the
Yeah, we
different
talked
types
about
of
that
cards in one
before,
pack.
Yeah.
For me, even though they're not real, and I think we shouldn't inflate the prices of them, what they do with some of the higher end products with the patches, I don't. I'm sure they've done it before. I'm sure it's been done before. But like Immaculate, for example, the patch cards in those, even though I think the value is inflated because they aren't true memorabilia cards, they still look really cool. They are very cool looking cards. And if that was my jam, I would be all over it. I'm not going to pay for a fake mem card. So I'm going to kind of give them a backhanded compliment a little bit. But that was the one that was the hardest for me myself to answer as I was writing these questions. All right, last one. This is one I'm kind of stealing from our 8 questions. We've never done it ourselves. But this is a really good one. What is one piece of advice you would give a new collector starting right now, June of 2023, as they're getting into the hobby? What's one, just, some words of wisdom you could give to someone new coming in? EP, you get to go first on this one.
Set a reasonable budget and stick to it.
It's a good answer.
Yep.
Good answer.
Whether you win or lose when you're doing it, if you have that budget set and you know what you can give up and what you can lose, then you're going to be fine. That's it.
Smart.
Don't rip wax.
It's a really smart answer too.
I mean, I can't do it myself, although I've cut way back. But yeah, like
Do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing.
maybe don't rip wax, but don't rip wax under false pretenses that you're going to come out ahead. If you want to do it knowing, like, it's, some people go to the casino and they go there thinking, okay, I'm going to come out and I'm going to have $10,000 in my pocket. And other people going, okay, well, I have $500 here and I know I'm not walking out with it, but I'm going to have fun.
Have fun
If you
along
can
the
go
way.
in with that mentality, then rip wax, but never rip wax thinking that you're going to end up ahead at the end of the day.
Yeah. I to your point, EP, too, I mean, never spend real money on the hobby. I always like to say, I mean, spend what you can make from it, but that's not my piece of advice. My piece of advice is collect what you love.
Listen to us. Oh.
No, collect what you love, unless it's Nazi shit, then don't do it. So.
Exactly. And
So we're-
subscribe to Mike's Retro Trading
And
Card.
subscribe. Yeah. I mean, that goes
And
without
like
saying, but
and
we should
like
say it.
and like
Like the videos.
comment below.
Yeah, absolutely.
Participate
definitely
in the videos. Give us your
Participate
answers
below. I want to hear your answers to those 5 questions because I think they're fun. I thought it was a fun video.
Tell 5 friends that you think might like our show. Tell 5 friends.
And
we're
make
almost
them
at
watch
700.
and make them subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe we'll
That's
do
the
another
best
live
advice
stream.
you
If
can
those
get.
5 friends watch, they'd subscribe. We
Yeah.
don't need to. We
They
don't need
love
to.
us.
Yes, yes,
They
You
love
don't
us.
have to force them.
Human
All right,
media.
boys. That was a lot of fun. We will see you next week.
All right.
Yeah.